Warren Buffett, a renowned investor, started investing at the young age of 11 and became one of the wealthiest individuals at the age of 77. Following in his footsteps seems like a wise decision if one aims to succeed in the investment world. But which stocks does Warren Buffett prefer to invest in and why? Stay tuned for the answers and explore how one of his bath time sessions led to a profitable deal and the undisclosed reason for investing heavily in Coca-Cola. According to Buffett Online, Berkshire Hathaway's stock portfolio comprises 49 diverse stock positions and is valued at $300 billion. The information source is the quarterly reports submitted by the company to the SEC. However, it is worth noting that despite being the chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, Buffett only owns 16% of the equity in personal holdings. Though most of the decisions are made by Buffett himself, the figures presented are for Berkshire Hathaway and not for Buffett as an individual. Now let's dive into Berkshire Hathaway's largest holding. Take a guess in the comment section below and let us know if you were right. Before continuing the video, subscribe to our channel and smash the bell icon to never miss any of our upcoming videos. It's no surprise to those who follow Buffett's portfolio that Apple is the biggest holding in Berkshire Hathaway, making up a staggering 38.9% of its investment portfolio, totaling almost $144 billion at a price of $160.77 per share. Buffett is attracted to Apple's iconic brand and innovation leadership, especially with the iPhone, which has led to its market dominance of 27.63% among premium smartphones. Additionally, Apple's service business has been performing well, reaching a record revenue of $20.77 billion in Q1 of 2023, and now it accounts for over 20% of total sales. However, despite Apple's dominance in Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio, it is not necessarily the most lucrative investment. But in this video, we'll discover several other positions in Buffett's portfolio that have played a critical role in his financial and strategic success. Bank of America comes in second place in terms of Berkshire Hathaway's investment portfolio with 11.19% share, which is approximately $29 billion at a market value. Buffett invested around $5 billion in Bank of America during the debt ceiling crisis in 2011, which turned out to be one of his most profitable deals to date. Interestingly, Buffett made this decision while in the bathtub, an unusual place for investment decisions. Buffett initiated a $5 billion investment in Bank of America by purchasing preferred shares and receiving stock warrants, allowing the company to buy 700 million common shares at $7.14 per share. In third place on Berkshire Hathaway's investment portfolio in Chevron, which comprises 9.78% and amounts to a market value of more than $26 billion based on a price of $160.86 per share. His bullish outlook on energy prices likely influenced Buffett's investment decision in Chevron, and he also identified the company as undervalued with a strong management team. Berkshire Hathaway invested in Chevron due to its reputation as one of the best integrated producers and its focus on sustainability and environmental initiatives that align with Berkshire Hathaway's values. Despite the importance of other stocks in Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio, Coca-Cola holds a special place for Buffett, who has invested in the company more than 10 times since 1998. Currently, Berkshire Hathaway owns 400 million shares of Coca-Cola, comprising 8.5% of its investment portfolio and 9.5% of Coca-Cola's outstanding stock, with a market value of $24.7 billion. Buffett's investment in Coca-Cola in 1988, worth over $1 billion, marked a shift in his investment strategy towards buying wonderful companies at good prices, instead of fair companies at a considerable discount, which he learned from Ben Graham in his early career. Today, Coca-Cola remains one of Berkshire Hathaway's top holdings, with over $22 billion in market value. In addition to the business potential, Warren Buffett invests in Coca-Cola because he is an avid drinker of the beverage, consuming 5 cans of it every day. During a 2015 interview with Fortune, he revealed that at least 25% of his body comprises Coca-Cola. Given his personal consumption habits, it is no surprise that Buffett invests heavily in the company. Moving on to fifth place in Berkshire Hathaway's investment portfolio, we find American Express. Although this stock represents a relatively small percentage of the portfolio, its impact on Buffett's investment portfolio has been significant. Berkshire Hathaway holds 151,610,700 shares of American Express, which accounts for 7.49% of their investment portfolio. And based on a stock price of $163.59, the market value of these shares is approximately $24.8 billion. Buffett's investment in American Express in 1964 revolutionized his views on investing. He considered the investment to be a genius move for 4 reasons. Firstly, Amex had a strong competitive advantage thanks to its business model and famous branding, which created a loyal customer base. Secondly, Buffett bought American Express during a scandal, and his instincts to invest in a great company paid off as the stock price gradually increased. In 1963, a commodities trader named Tino DeAngelis used his inventories of commodities to attract loans from Wall Street banks. Still, it was later discovered that the barrels he was shipping mostly contained water. Despite this, Buffett saw an opportunity and invested in American Express. The company's stock gradually increased after the scandal subsided, making Buffett and his investors millions. Lastly, American Express influenced his other genius investments, including Wells Fargo, M&T Bank, Goldman Sachs, Coca-Cola, and Apple. Buffett's investment style after 1964 focused on buying stocks when nobody else wanted to, and investing in companies with good branding and capable management. Therefore, American Express had a profound impact on Buffett's investing philosophy. Warren Buffett's investment philosophy is based on investing in great companies undervalued by the market. One such company that helped him realize the value of investing in such companies was American Express. By buying American Express during a scandal, Buffett saw an opportunity to invest in a company with a solid competitive advantage and strong branding. The investment paid off as the stock price gradually increased, making him and his investors millions. This investment forever changed his views on investing and influenced his future investments in companies with good branding and capable management. Berkshire Hathaway's investment portfolio is also a reflection of Buffett's philosophy. A large proportion of their portfolio comes from just 10% of the stocks in which they have invested, with American Express being one of them. The next 4 in order are Kraft Heinz, Occidental Petroleum, Moody's Corporation, and Activision Blizzard. Together, they make up 12.17% of their total portfolio, a combined market value of $36.4 billion. However, the other 12% of Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio, consisting of approximately 40 stocks, can vary in market value depending on the daily price of individual stocks. These stocks are spread across a diverse range of industries, including but not limited to Hewlett-Packard, Visa, General Motors, Paramount, and Johnson & Johnson, with a total market value of another $30+ billion. In addition to its investment portfolio, Berkshire Hathaway holds over $125 billion in cash and cash equivalents, including $92.7 billion in U.S. Treasury bills. A Treasury bill is a short-term debt instrument the United States government issued to raise funds. By lending money to the American government, Berkshire Hathaway earns a profit rate that can range between 1% and 4% depending on the length of the term. This cash reserve gives them the flexibility to make strategic investments in the future. So, what is the current state of Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway? Despite his admitted childlike eating habits, Buffett and his company are in it for the long haul. Furthermore, Berkshire Hathaway is continuously expanding its investment portfolio. Recently, the company bought an additional 7.9 million shares in Occidental Petroleum for $466 million, bringing their stake to 23.1%, worth $13 billion. More importantly, however, Buffett not only focuses on generating wealth for himself and his company, but also frequently donates significant portions of his positions to charities worldwide. He prefers to donate equities that can generate ongoing income for these organizations, allowing them to grow and substantially impact their communities. Buffett's stake in Berkshire is devoted to philanthropy, as he stated during the 2017 annual meeting that all of his shares would go to charitable causes. To date, around 40% of his holdings have already been donated. In conclusion, Warren Buffett's investment approach is founded on discovering exceptional companies with solid leadership, sustainable competitive advantages, and brand recognition, and purchasing them at an excellent price. Berkshire Hathaway's outstanding performance over several decades is proof of his success. Hope you like the insights and observations of Warren Buffett's 2023 portfolio. If you want to hear more from us, then subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss any channel update.